John.
On table number 4, Leonora Smith from Gisborne.
On table number 3 from Wairarapa, Trish Muki.
And we've got Shearing Alabaster on table number 3 from Tai Happy.
Shearers to the board, please. Okay, shearers, we are going to shear one line of wool. There will be a 15-second countdown, and then we'll start with the other line. Timekeepers ready. Shearers, get set, go.
Casual start from those shearers as they walk into the pen, but there'll be nothing casual about these open class wool handlers. They'll be really smoking. We're down to 8. We need to find 4. Oh, sorry, this is the final. We've got Karen Herbert here, the National North Island Wool Handling Circuit final. Karen Herbert and Tia Mudu. Worried she didn't have enough bins. Well, I can count 10 of those white baskets down there, and there's more than enough. I know there's 2 lines of wool, but of course they can mix 3 lines of oddments, the second shear and the fleece wool from this long wool stuff will be into the green baskets. Of course, we've got a bit of blending to do with the second shear. There's a wool fadge out in front here to take that wool away to the dungeon, but everything's going to go right for these girls. I can see Trish Moki up there right with the shearer. Remember, 3 each. 3 of each length of wool as the shearers come over the last side, that last shoulder for the first time. Shearing Alabaster right there to get that cheek wool. Now a little bit of frib wool will come off under the front leg. Not too worried about it at this stage because it's all clinging to the fleece, and she'll get that on the table. Shearers drop down the porthole. Here goes the first row. Oh, well done down there on table 4 from Leonora. Handy enough here on the front stand as well for Karen. Look at that, a little bit over the side there on table number 2 from Trish, but reasonably smart there for Shearing Alabaster. Ian, looks like these girls have come here to play.
Oh yes, they know what it's all about, don't you worry. They're all warmed up, this is 3rd day of competition now. They've seen what's been happening. This is a combination of a number of shows that they've competed at. They've gained points, and they haven't done it for nothing. This is the final, and they're here to rock and roll. Shearers all stepped up on the neck. Cheek wool's come off. Crutch wool's been sorted out.
I'm down here by table 4, Leonora Smith. She's bouncing around. She's on the tips of her toes. She wants to take this title, and a heck of a title it is too. Shearers all turn to the last side. She's right there with him. She's saying, "Bring it on, boy." Roll up time down here on table number 4. Roll up on table 3. We got Karen Herbert on table 1. Been there, done that. What's taking so long? Down the last side, work these shearers. Come on, shearers. This is the open class. We can afford to give these guys a little bit of a run, can't we, Ian?
Here, by crikey, did I hear you say that Leonora's got stilettos on down there? She's dancing, is she? Oh, look at that, table 2. A little bit of an overhang, but otherwise just about faultless. Table 1, pretty good. Slight bunch there. Leonora down the end there. Slight overhang, but picking her way around, skirting it. Next sheep out on the board. They'll do what they can with this fleece and then dash back to the board. Way goes Cherie.
We're just watching here on table number 1. Karen Herbert was nibbling away at a fleece. Reminds you of those little computer games they used to have on the for the kids. The little gremlins that come up and just chew away at you if you didn't move, and that's exactly how she was tearing the wool off, all that frib wool off here on the front table. But good throws. They need to get back to it now onto the table and get prepared for the last one, because there's 3 of these long wool fleeces, and then they've got a 15-second count and move on to that second shear. Kieran slightly out in front of this stage, I would say. but things can change. Just depends how that throw goes and whether they've got a little bit of a dingy fleece or anything like that. Can put the brakes on these competitors, but they're all back to the board and got the cheek wool. Shearers coming over and down and out that shoulder, under the shoulder. Try and just keep together a bit, Shearers. It's a story. Leonora down there into the bin with her fleece. Table clean, back up to the board now. Get it sorted. All the Shearers are about to drop down the porthole. Sheree Alabaster's going to be the first to throw here. Look at that. Pretty handy, Tuma, looking from you.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3.
Countdown's on.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 and a half, 14, 14 and a half, 15. Okay, shearers, come back out with the second shear.
Ooh, plenty of pressure now. This fleece has got to be rolled up. The board's all nice and clean. Okay, the table's got to be swept under and get rid of all those longer lengths of wool that are under the table. Cherie Alabaster looks to be slightly in front of the stage here on table number 3. Karen Herbert gives hers the shake, rattle and roll. Oh, noisy wool handlers. Hey, but they're the boss in the shed, they reckon. They can make as much noise as they like. Karen's on the sweep up. Stacks the baskets. The belly wool's up. You got to get that. There's some tail wool coming off now. A little bit of crutch wool there to be sorted as well. Shearers are still shearing along. Getting these sheep out in about a minute 25. Round the back of the head they go. There's a little bit of top knot there to come off. That wool will not take the dye, so that's going to be pulled out. Pressure, Cherie. Look, she's looking pretty sharp down there with the job. Ian?
Oh, it's all pretty slick, isn't it? These girls, they're all used to running around after husbands, so this is a walk in the park for them. God, look at this. Different type of wool, different scenario now. You can just put it in a pile on the floor, but they've got to be careful with what it touches. First sheep of the second shears. See them just quickly sorting it. They're allowed to sort this on the board. Pull out the discoloured bits, the shorter bits, and then the main body will put it on the floor, and it'll get blended up, shaken up, mixed up, call it what you like.
Just looking underneath these tables, Cherie Alabaster has already cleaned up all the full wool locks. So she's miles in front at the moment as far as time is concerned, because we can't cross-contaminate a lot of these wools. A lot of these wools, if you cross-contaminate, the penalties will be severe, Ian.
Here we are, belly's off. But that's right, Tommy, no you can't. Some can be mixed together, like the eye clips, the locks, which are the little wee short bits that have fallen off underneath the table, and any second little wee short bits that they may find from the second shear. But otherwise, anything that touches anything else is referred to as contamination, so they want to basically keep it separate. But it all adds a different dimension to it, more to think about on the part of these girls, and it all adds to it.
Just looking down at all these baskets, I think there's about 11 or 12 baskets down there. I don't think it's enough for the lines of wool that we've got coming through. So these wool handlers, if they've got a bit of wool there, might be a little bit of blood or maybe a dag or something, they are entitled to leave it on the floor, just as long as they can identify it to the judge, and then it's up to the judge's discretion.
Yes, that's right, Toma. Yep. Odd little bits that might happen, something a little bit out of the ordinary. They may not have a spare bin, so they can identify it and put it separated and make the judge aware of it, and that is okay. Once again, we want to promote good standards, and we want faults to be taken out. Occasionally on sheep there'll be a little black spot, and obviously a black spot on a white sheep. When the wool is processed and goes to be dyed, when whatever avenue it might go down, black wool will take the colour differently. So therefore it's important that it's pulled out. So there's odd little things like that may happen just to add to the mix of it all. Here they are now, working around, must be just about sheep 3 of the second shear ones now, is it?
Yeah, that's sheep 3 on the board now, so this is right, the next 30 seconds are going to be pretty fast and furious. You watch them, the shearers now coming off the long blow onto that last side. The wool handler have got most of their oddments all tidied up from the long wool. A little bit of work to do for Smith down there on the far end. Cherie Alabaster's got her under the table sweat, but just looking here from the front stand, I'd say Kieran Herbert might be slightly in front as the shearers come down. A little bit of a couple of quick blows there on stand number 3. Look at them working away feverishly. Fingers, keep them out of the road of the handpiece as the shearer steps down the port. Into the pen they go.